This Saturday, September 19th, Watford traveled to Sheffield Wednesday for the second match week of the 2020-2021 EFL Championship season. Both teams won their opening match of the season, with Watford beating Middlesbrough 1-0 thanks to a Craig Cathcart header, and Sheffield Wednesday beating an impressive Cardiff side 2-0 thanks to goals from their two strikers, Windass and Rhodes. Both teams then also went on to win in their midweek matches in the Carabao Cup, albeit against lower opposition and not with their strongest lineups fielded. So fitness in this upcoming match won't be as big of a factor as it would have been if one of the teams had played their strongest lineup in the Cup. Sheffield Wednesday started off the season with a 12-point deduction. Now they are only 9 points away from the bottom of the table. So with the form they are in, they can really push and have all the motivation necessary to come up with another big result and close that gap to 6, so they can very quickly erase that gap altogether. They definitely have the ability to do that if they keep up how they played against Cardiff City. Watford, on the other hand, still going to be pushing for promotion for the rest of the season. They're going to want to go out every game winning. There's no match which Watford will go into saying, we'll settle with a draw. This is definitely no exception. And now into the lineup breakdown. Both teams used a 3-at-the-back formation last match, so I don't think there's any reason that fans should expect to see other formations. Yes, Watford's manager Vladimir Ivic is known for his adaptability. He even prefers a 4-3-3, but as of now, considering no new players are going to be returning from injury from either team, I don't really see why the formation would change. So for Sheffield Wednesday, they had Dawson in goal. Their back three were Van Aken, Lees, and Iorfa. Across the four, they did a 3-4-1-2. Their four was Harris on the right, Luongo and Bannon in the middle, and on the left was Penny. In the attacking midfield position, they had Brown. And then up top are their two very talented strikers who will be very, very hard for Watford to defend. I think Watford can defend them really well, but they will definitely be menacing and the key to Sheffield Wednesday's success. Rhodes and Windass. Watford last match, they had Foster and net. Across the back, they had Femenia, who's typically a right back by nature, but due to Watford, well, now Estupinian is gone and Messina is injured, so the only left back by trade on Watford's books right now was new signings Toby Stevenson, and he played the match against Oxford United in the Carabao Cup midweek. So I don't think that he's going to play again. He was definitely very good against Oxford in the Carabao Cup. He was putting in some wicked crosses. He was strong defensively, and he was definitely one of our better players and proved himself. But due to tired legs, I think Femenia still has a very good chance at starting. The three center backs were Wilmot, Cabaselli, and Cathcart. There have been rumors that Dawson wants to move out, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the same three center backs start next match. The one reason I think maybe Ivic could shift to a 4-3-3 is Wilmot did play the full match against Oxford, and we know he's coming back from an injury, so maybe Ivic will be hesitant to play him and start him 2 matches in a row. But I think it'll either be Dawson will come back and play, or Wilmot will at least play 60 minutes in the next match. So the 3 at the back, as I said, were Cathcart, Cabaselli, and Wilmot. And then right back is new signing youngster 19-year-old Jeremy Ngakia, who looked very strong in the opening match. In the 4 in the midfield was Kina out wide, even though he likes to revolve more centrally. Cleverly and Chalobah were the 2 central midfielders. On the left side was Ken Sema, who scored the winner against Oxford midweek. And then up top was João Pedro. I think a lot of that can stay the same. I also wouldn't be surprised, since Kina played midweek, if Pedro slots out wide for Kina and then Kina comes off for Gray if Gray is healthy, or Murray or Perica. So my prediction for the match, I want to say Watford will win. If I had to choose one team to win, I would back Watford. But if I had to put my money on a scoreline or bet, I'd say I see this finishing as a 1-1 draw. Yes, player for player, Watford are probably better, as most newly relegated teams are. But Sheffield Wednesday are in very fine form right now. They have extra motivation. They're not worrying about some of their teammates leaving. The ship there right now, despite all the point deduction drama, the ship has seemed to steady. And with the players they have in Rhodes and Windass up top, I feel they can really find Watford's back line easy to cause troubles for. I think Watford's back line will be able to deal with it for the most part, but when you're dealing with two strikers, it's going to be very hard to build from the back, as Ivic sometimes likes to do. And Watford's main issue against Middlesbrough was the transition from the defense to the attack. Once in the attacking third, Watford had some very nice patterns, but getting it out from the back and from the defense to the attack was a big issue. So using the two strikers, Sheffield's going to force us just to play the ball along, and unless a player like Perica is able to win it in the air, then Sheffield Wednesday will be able to control the game a fair amount. So yeah, I think that this match can settle in a draw. I can see either team winning it. If you were to go up to me and say, oh, Sheffield Wednesday is going to win this, or oh, Watford's going to win this, I wouldn't call either side crazy. The key players, again, for Sheffield Wednesday are Rhodes and Windass. Can they keep up how they started the season? Then the key for Watford is going to be whoever the striker is, because Watford's goal came from a corner, and besides that, they didn't really have any super fantastic chances against Middlesbrough. So it's going to be very interesting to see. Obviously, the strikers are the ones you expect to be scoring the goals. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Sheffield Wednesday's strikers are able to keep it up, and if whoever Watford have up top, if it's Pedro again, who performed really well, can Pedro finally get that final ball into the net, or if to find a teammate's foot for the goal? And yeah, so I think this match will settle down to be a draw, but it'll be exciting to see. This will definitely be a very close match. I wouldn't be surprised to see even possession, even shots on target. I think this will be even in most facets of the game. And both managers will be coming with all guns blazing. And the winner for this match is very hard to predict. Thank you.